Chris Mannix for the crossover alongside Rohan Nedkarni and Howard Beck. Guys, we're right around the quarter point of the season. There have been a lot of really good coaching jobs across the NBA. Rohan, if you had to vote right now for your coach of the year, who would you give it to?
So this is a difficult award, and I think usually it goes to a coach of a team that overachieves or exceeds our expectations from the beginning of the season. But I'm going in a different direction. Frank Vogel is my pick for coach of the year. I don't think people are really doing a proper job of putting in context how difficult this season has to be for the Lakers, who went the distance in the bubble, had only a couple months off. They come back with a team largely of veterans, other guys who went deep into the bubble. And here they are. They have one of the best records in the league. They have the best defense in the NBA. It's really hard to put together a competitive defense from day one in the season. And that's exactly what the Lakers have done. I think Vogel gets a lot of credit for the way he's managed the veterans on that team. He has LeBron playing a career low in minutes. I know people will say he has so much talent, it should be easy for him to get it done. The fact that the Lakers are doing this after such a short turnaround, I think we need to recognize that in some way, and Frank Vogel gets a lot of the credit for me.
Yeah, we are guilty as the media of often overlooking the coach of the team with the best talent because it seems like it should be easy, right? All that said, I'm going to overlook the coach of the best team in the NBA and go with JB Bickerstaff of the Cleveland Cavaliers for right now. And listen, are the Cavaliers going to make the playoffs? Probably not. But right now, they have the 10th ranked defense in the NBA. That's up from 23rd last season. They're 10-14 through 24 games, which isn't great, but hey, they were 5-19 through 24 last season. This is a huge improvement. They still haven't had Kevin Love for almost the entire season. Colin Sexton's having a breakout year. He's an all-star candidate. And Bickerstaff's done a nice job incorporating Jared Allen and Torrin Prince into major rotation roles after that four-way trade. Okoro, the rookie, is getting quality minutes. And they've cultivated an identity. And that's the first step. When you've been a terrible team for multiple seasons, the first step at a minimum is cultivate an identity and some sense of competency and just being respectable. And the Cavaliers have done that, most notably when they beat the Nets on back-to-back nights.
No issue with either one of those selections. Both coaches doing terrific jobs. But I'm going to go with Quinn Snyder because of everything the Jazz have done up until this point in the season, the challenge that Quinn Snyder faced coming into the season. I went back and looked at some of the clips, guys, of what people were saying about the Jazz after the bubble, that maybe they had plateaued a little bit, that there was a ceiling for a team that's headlined by Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. And would the Jazz be able to win at the highest level with two players in Mitchell and Gobert making that max level money? Well, they certainly look like they can. I give Quinn Snyder a lot of credit for that. Not only has he continued the development of some of the young guys on this team headlined by Mitchell, but he's incorporated Jordan Clarkson seamlessly and helped him become a sixth man of the year. He has continued to build on the progress made by Mike Conley in the second half in the bubble last season and reestablished Conley as one of the better point guards in the NBA. And he's also, let's not forget, helped kind of right this ship, which was a little bit choppy for a while there because of the issues between Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. I don't know if the Jazz are a championship team, but if they stay right there among those top three teams, Rohan, I think Quinn Snyder has to win Coach of the Year.
No, I think that's a good pick. I think both you guys have good choices. To the Jazz's credit, I think Snyder also deserves a lot of credit for getting them to play a different way offensively, shooting a ton more threes this year. It's obvious that I think he took that playoff loss to heart and figured out a way to kind of reinvent them, get them playing a different way. So I think all the coaches who we've mentioned certainly deserve a lot of credit for what they've done.